Good morning, everyone. This is Arsalan Wares, of course. This is Math 4161, July 6th. It's 11:31 now. We're going to record a session where we are working on area perimeter 2. I believe we should be able to wrap up the packet today. And next class, we'll start three-dimension geometry. These problems that I've collected, they are mostly from middle school texts, a little challenging. You can use it in your high school class, some college level classes. It'll be just fine. Some of the harder ones, of course. So we'll work on area perimeter 2, and the plan is to finish the packet today. Let's see where we are. And if you come in, all you have to do is talk to me, ask questions. Should be able to see my screen. You'll see these problems will become a little more challenging as we go on, but this is the last packet. Hopefully you can see the. Yes, I'm sharing screen and I am recording, so we're good there. And just to let you know, those of you watching the videos, we have done many of these problems twice, 2 times. Okay, this is a nice problem. Let's try this one, number 11. I'm just going to make the picture a little bigger, okay? That's the plan. All right, guys, let's read the question very carefully, okay? The octagon, this is an octagon. It has 8 sides. 1. Oh, let's do it differently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is an octagon. Okay. 3 squares I can see. The 2 large squares are congruent. The 2 blue squares are congruent. They're identical. The perimeter of the octagon is 32. Find the perimeter of large square. All right. Now, have to be careful here. So, the perimeter of the large square is this. Okay. But this little sliver, I am going to extend it this way. So what I am trying to say, guys, is this. This line extending all the way up to the green square, right? This line and this line plus this line. If you add all these green rods, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the 4 green rods together form the perimeter of the blue square. Why, guys? Because if you replace this yellow piece with this green piece, it's going to be the perimeter of the blue square, as we can see. So I'm going to erase this. I'm going to erase this. Okay. And then Also want you to see, using the exact same argument, you can say this piece plus this pink piece plus this 3, 4, 5. Okay, all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 pink rods also form the perimeter of the blue square as well. All right. Now, the pink pieces plus the green pieces together form the perimeter of the whole shape. Okay. And you also want to observe that the pink piece, all of the pink piece, I'm going to call it X, all of them together is X. And it's exactly same as the green piece, that's also X. Okay. Again, you want to understand the length of the sum of all the pink rods is X, which is the perimeter of the blue square. And the green pieces are exactly the same, X. And I can now conclude that 2X, X plus X, the pink X plus green X is 2X, is equal to 32. What's the value of X? The value of X is 32 over 2, or 16. And what is X really? It's the pink lengths. The pink lengths together form the perimeter of the blue square. If you don't believe me, let's show you again. Okay, so my answer is inches. Now I will go back and check my answer. I know I wrote it in green, but let me check my answer before I kind of pause for a second. Yeah, 16, that's correct. So what did we learn? I don't even have to know the perimeter of the little green square in between. When I sandwich a little square between 2 big squares, like we did in this picture, the blue square will have a perimeter that's going to be exactly half. Okay. All right. I'm going to move on, and I will, just to let you know, we may do 15. I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll do 13. Okay. 13 is a little tricky. I'll warn you. Okay. Let's do 13. Oh, let's see. No, we skipped this. Well, if you don't mind, guys, I'm going to do 13 now. I'm going to come back and do 12. Okay. So I'll remember that. So let's do 13. I'll tell you why. Let's do 13 because 13 is very similar to number 12. That's why. Okay. So let me take the question over there. Then we're gonna work on it. All right. All right. Now, well, let's read the question first. The dodecagon. Is it a dodecagon? Dodecagon means it has 12 sides. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. All right, guys. Now there is a little trick to this problem. Let's go ahead and read the question. The 2 large squares are congruent to each other. The 2 blue squares are congruent, and the 2 small squares are also congruent to each other. Okay, the green squares are congruent. Each small square is 3-inch long. All right. And if the perimeter of the dodecagon is 38, Find the perimeter of each large square. Okay, this time we are given the size of the green squares. Each edge of the green square is 3. Okay, we're going to be very, very careful with this. Let me think a little bit how we may set it up. It's not that bad. Okay, so very carefully, suppose each side of the blue square is X. You can call it anything you want. I'm going to call it X. Again, each side of the blue square is X. This is X. This is X. This is X. This is X. And this one is a little tricky. Okay. So the way I'm going to do it clearly, I'm going to explain it to you this way. This is 2X, right? The blue one is X. The green one, the blue side is X. It's 2X. Each side of the little green square is 3. Let's write down a bunch of 3s here. All right. Now, if this green line is 2X plus 3 because of this green square in the middle, but that's being covered. So basically, guys, this has to be this green piece plus this green piece has to be 2X. Why? Because it's from 2X. You add this square and then you subtract it because it's covering it. That shouldn't come play any role in your perimeter. So I'm going to say these two green pieces together. I don't know what they are, but they will be 2X, X plus X. And you really want to pause and reflect here. Okay, this is a critical one. Now, clearly this middle is 3. All right, now, hard part. Again, let's do a pink one. This little piece here has to be X minus 3. And this green piece also has to be, sorry, not green piece, this little pink piece here sticking out has to be X minus 3. Now you're going to add them all up very nicely and it should add up to 38. So I'm going to take X minus 3, that's 2 times X minus 3. Okay, then I have 1X here. I'm counting the green X's now very carefully. I don't want to mishandle this. Sorry. How many X's do I have, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 here, 6 X's. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many 3's do I have here? 1 here and 3 here. That's 3 times 4, 12. 4 3's. I'm going to write 4 times 3. I have accounted for all the edges. Okay. And that should be your 38. That accounts for all the perimeter. That should be your 38. What do you get here, guys? Distribute 2 over. It gives you 2X minus 6 plus 6X plus 12. Still, on the right-hand side, you still have 38. 2X plus 6X is 8X. And 12 minus 6 is plus 6. Subtract 6 from both sides. And you get 32. So what's the value of X? You divide both sides by 8. Inches. Each side of the blue square is 4 inches. They want you to find the perimeter. Your answer is going to be 4 times 4. There are 4 of them. Don't write 4 as your answer. It'll be 4 times 4 or 16 inches. I'm going to quickly go back and check my answer in my packet, okay? And I'll be back. Number 13 hopefully is 16. Yes, that's not a bad sign. I'm going to do one more like this. It's a little messy and a little tricky. You have to account for all the edges, and you really have to pay attention and see where the things are coming from. So the answer is 16. 16 is the perimeter of the blue square. So I know there's no need to wait now because we'll just move on. And if you need to watch it again, watch it again. I'm going to make another problem and do it for you guys. So I'm going to call it 13B. Generally, B means the second one, the additional problem. I'm going to make this 6. I'm going to make it 76. Yeah, I'm going to make this 76. I'm going to work on this problem. It's very similar. If I give you this problem, I won't change the structure too much. It'll be very similar. The numbers will be changed, but not too many other things. And these problems can seem a little challenging to people because I'll tell you where people struggle. They mess up determining the perimeter. They miss a little piece. I'll tell you which parts they miss. So they miss this part. They don't account for it. Okay, so I'm going to say, suppose each edge of the blue square or the larger square is X. So I'm going to very carefully write X, 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 and X. Those are the easy X's. Then the next one is each edge of the green square is 6. I'm going to write a 6 here. 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 Those are the easy parts. Now, like we discussed earlier, this green piece and this green piece together has to be 2x. Why? The top line is 2x plus 6, and then you put another green square, your 6 is subtracted. So I'm going to write it as follows. I'm going to put it here. That means they're together. 2x. Now, I'm going to go back and address the pink pieces. The pink pieces each will be x minus 6. And I'm going to write it twice. Why? X minus 6. Now, I have a phone in the background. I'm going to not answer it. I'm going to turn the volume down. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm back. All right, guys. So let's try this. So the whole perimeter is 76. I'm going to set up an equation. Let's collect the easy things first. How many x's do I have? I have 4 black x's plus the green 2x. Don't forget that. And that gives me 4, 5, 6x. How many 6's do I have? I have 4 6's to account for. And that is 24. I'm going to write it like this for now. Then I have the 2 pink x minus 6. And all of this should account for the perimeter of the whole shape, which is a dodecagon or a 12-sided polygon. And I'm going to write 76 because that's what it is according to the question. Now, I'm going to distribute 2x over. I get 2x minus 6. 4 times 6 is 24. 6x. 4x plus 2x is 8x. 24 minus 6 is 18, equal to 76. Okay, 8x, subtract 18 from both sides. And when you subtract 20, you get 56. I think the answer is going to be 58. I'm going to check it. Okay, guys. 58. 58 plus 18 is 60-ish. I think that's right, if I'm not totally mistaken. Therefore, x is 58 over 8. I'm going to use my calculator, okay? I must have messed something up, guys. I'm going to come back and check, okay? If I messed up, you're going to see. Yeah, I messed up. It shouldn't be a decimal. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 24, and 2x minus. Okay, I'll tell you where I messed up. I'll fix it right now, and my apologies. 2 times 6 is 12, not 6. And 24 minus 12 is 12. And let's get rid of all this. Okay, so 2 times x, so, okay, fine, that looks okay. 8x is equal to 76 minus 12. Let's see carefully, what's 76 minus 12? 74, 64, that looks a lot better to me. 64. And x is 64 over 8. I know the answer. So I know the answer is not in the back, but in my head, I know the answer. So this looks much better. 8 times 8 is 64. So the answer is 8. Each edge of the blue square is 8. That's not my answer. My answer is this. 4 times 8. Why 4 times? The question wants me to find the perimeter of the blue square, and each edge is 8, and that gives me 32. And I'm going to say, and just this answer is correct. I know it. The answer should be 32. A little breathing time for me. Okay. So that's that. Okay. We did 2 versions of number 13, and we'll see what else we can do. As promised, we won't forget 12. We're going to do 12. Let me grab this problem and take it to my page where I can do some writing. All right, guys. So we have done many problems like this. Okay, many. Let's do one. And just to let you know, guys, I've been uploading problems in the additional problems done in class, the ones that my students have asked me in the past. You can ask me to upload something, just tell me the number specifically. I'll be happy to do it. Okay, here we are. Let's read the question. The shape below is made with 5 congruent small squares and 4 congruent large squares. I can see the large squares are blue, the small squares are pink. Edges of some of these squares touch as shown, sure, I can see it. Some of the vertices of the squares are shared by multiple squares, sure, I can see it. They meet at a corner. The perimeter of the whole thing is 40, and the perimeter of the blue or large squares are 12. So let's see what we can do. This is 12. Okay. Now, some of the parts where they overlap don't help me. they don't help me. My whole perimeter is 40. When I say perimeter of the shape, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so here is a very important observation that I make. All right, and you want to understand it. This is 12. Why? Because this thing is equivalent to the perimeter of the blue square, because this piece can go here and this piece can go here. I don't like a lot of writing on my picture, but that's the explanation, okay? So I'm going to say this green piece is 12, and so is this green piece. And I am going to take the leftover pieces. I'm going to make them pink. I'm going to call it X. And I have a leftover here too. Call this guy X. Now I can set up a nice clean equation. 12 plus 12 is 2 times 12. Oh, let's do 2 times X first. And then 2 times 12 in green. This accounts for all of the boundary of this shape, and which has a perimeter of 40. What do we get here? 2x plus 24 is equal to 40. Solving for x, x is 16 over 2. So x is 8. That means, remember, x is all of the pink stuff. Okay? X is not each edge of the blue triangle. X is kind of part of the blue square. I said blue triangle, I meant blue square. So all of the pink stuff is X. So I have to find, and it's I wouldn't say it's tricky, but it's something that's worth our attention. Okay, I need to find this. Perimeter of each small square. I need to find this. Okay, now I am going to erase it. I'm going to write x is equal to, of course you can watch the video, but I need the space. X is equal to 8. So I need the space to explain what we're going to do next. If x is 8, take a look at the blue square, okay? If x is 8 and x is part of the perimeter of the blue square, and this is the leftover part. Oh, there is somebody here. Connor. Okay. Connor, if you have any questions, just ask. I'm in the middle of recording, but I'll be happy to answer your question. If you're following, I don't know exactly when you joined, but so yellow. Yes. Hi, Connor. How are you?
Doing good.
Okay. So let me finish this problem and we can okay. Connor, can I mute you or you have questions?
Second.
Can I mute? Do you have questions right now?
I have just some personal questions, but we can talk through those later.
Let's wrap it up. Then I will be happy to do it. Not a problem. Let me mute you. Let me finish this recording. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so Now I have to find the yellow legs. Okay. And yeah, it's a little tricky. I acknowledge that, guys. The thing that you really want to observe is that the blue squares have a perimeter of 40, but the pink piece is, sorry, the perimeter of each large square or blue square is 12. From 12, if you subtract 8, you get 4. 4 has to be the yellow L here. If 4 is the yellow L and these yellow sticks are the same size as each side of the pink square, so each has to be 2. This is 2. This is 2, and 2 plus 2 is 4. Now you know each side of the pink square is 2. They want you to find, this is the pink square. Oh, great. They want you to find the area and, sorry, perimeter, and the answer is going to be 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 2, 8. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to go find out what Connor wants to know. If Connor has any questions on this, I'll be happy to answer, but we'll continue. Connor, I don't know when you exactly joined, but let's see. Go ahead, ask your question. So Connor, let me ask you this. Nobody else is there, just you and me. We are still recording. Let me pause the recording. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you have questions about the math problem, we can record. But let's see what your question is. Let me pause the recording for now.